Numerovation with King Simon. Text me now at 347-496-1022. You could also take my course if you want to, but do text me for your sessions at 347-496-1022. You could also get my books on Amazon at Linktree/King Simon the Numerovator. Remember, you can book your session and get it done right now. 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. King Simon the Numerovator.
Get ready. The 42nd International Reggae and World Music Awards Show is coming to the Coral Springs Center for the Arts, Fort Lauderdale on Sunday, March 20, 2025. Celebrate the biggest names in reggae and world music as we bring nations together through music and culture. Early bird tickets are on sale now. Don't miss out. Grab yours today at thecentercs.com or irama.com and book your stay for an unforgettable weekend. Hurry, prices go up after Thanksgiving. Follow us on social media and visit our website, www.irawma.com for more details. The 42nd Irama Show, where the world comes to celebrate music.
I'm doing my workshop on January the 11th, also from 1 to 4 p.m. So I want to let people know, if you want to get those tickets, please go to my IG and go to my link tree on my IG at iam.kingsimon. The dot represents the black dot. The dot represents the black dot. So Queen Afua is going to be coming up at 1 o'clock. We're just a few minutes away from that. And of course, like I said, I was showing this flyer earlier, but I'll do the same thing I did before. So I'm so happy. So please share this. Let people know that Queen Afua is coming on. And I can't wait to have my beloved Queen Afua to come on live and direct at approximately 1 o'clock. So I'm very happy about that. You know how much I love Queen Afua immensely. She has been a staple in my life since the 1980s. Those who don't know, now y'all know. Now y'all know. Queen Afua has been a part of my life since the 1980s. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give her a surprise. As a matter of fact, I'm going to surprise Queen Afua with something, show her something that's going to surprise her. Right here on the screen. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to surprise Queen Afua right here on the screen. She don't know I got it here. So I'm honored to be a part of these great legends' legacy, and they're a part of my legacy. Of course, y'all seen me interview Baba Valentine and different other people. Y'all seen me interview. I got an interview coming up with Professor James Smalls and Professor Griff. Also, this coming Sunday on the 12th, we have the one, the only Paris Williams from PW Collection. She'll be on with us this coming Sunday. On the 15th, I have Nina Diamond, Diamonds 8. That's of course the mother of Aquarius Maximus will be in the building. And also on the 19th, I have a double header. That happens to be Professor James Small's birthday. Not Professor James Small, that's Professor Jeffrey's birthday. Dr. Leonard Jeffrey's birthday. That's January 19th. On that day, I have early in the morning, the one, the only Jamel Simmons, the nephew of Russell Simmons, about his new comic book. And then later on that afternoon, I have Cheyenne Black. And then on the 22nd, I have Kendall Cobbs coming in. Kendall Cobbs, the hypnotherapist, will be in the building. Hypnotherapist will be in the building on the 22nd of the month. It was supposed to be KT, but KT didn't get back to me, but I'm going to have KT on anyway coming up. And then on the 26th, we have Professor James Smalls and Professor Griff. And then in February, we got something big also with the Sabea Bay and brother Dr. Philip Valentine will be in the building also. So it's going to be hot. 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 I'm telling you. So I can't wait to get our dear beloved queen on the move. As soon as she requests, or as soon as she comes on and I see her. Big up to Aphrodisiac. What's up, Kiki? What up, girl? Big up, big up, big up, big up. Make sure y'all share the live because we building the algorithms before Queen Afua. I have one of her books. I've given away all of her books before. This is the one I found that I still have, Circle of Wellness. Still got this guide. And this guide was, I think when she did this, she remixed this in 2015. So this is a very good book to have. Very good book to have with Queen Afua. And she's still looking as lovely as she is in this picture. So enough respect to Queen Afua, enough respect to her healing wellness family, Supernova Slum, brother Ali, the mayor, Ali the Great, and a brother and a sister and a daughter also. Big up to them and the whole family and everybody that came out of that Heal Thyself momentum. You know, that was a very big momentum back in the day. And I can't wait to show her an old t-shirt that I have. She gonna laugh when she see this t-shirt because I got it right over here waiting in the wings. You know, how y'all feeling today? How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing well in this 2025 Gregorian energy. And no matter if it's Gregorian, no matter if it's Ethiopian, no matter if it's the Dogon, if you know how to use the numbers, it can guide you in any system that you under, whether you're under the Justine system, whether you're on the Asiatic system, whether you're under the Chinese or the Japanese system, or the Kabbalion or the Hebrew system or the Jewish system. Whatever numbers show up, baby, it's going to show out. Wherever the numbers show up, it's going to show out. Yeah, my hair's growing. I want to braid my hair, family, before my birthday. Big up to Brother Rich having a big event. My birthday is February 1st. Brother Rich is having his major event on the 8th. So more than likely, I'm going to celebrate my birthday on the 8th with his big event at the New Black Wall Street. Also, Paris Williams is doing an event. She'll be here doing a book signing in the New Black Wall Street on January the 25th. Also, Dr. Shakira Moore has a free masterclass happening on the 15th of January. So make sure you support what she's doing. Go to her website or go to her Holistica Palace website. Also check out Color Curiosity. Those are two of my moderators on YouTube, but I'm not on YouTube, so I'm broadcasting only on Instagram today. So much going on. So much going on in the world. So much. And what's so funny, anytime I think about what's going on in the world, I always think about this song in the movie Mahogany by Diana Ross. And of course, Billy D. Williams was her co-host. Do you know where you going to? Do you like the things that life is showing you? Where are you going to? Do you know? Do you know where you're going to in this 2025 paradigm? This 2025, and in Ethiopia it might be 2017, and in China it might be 4,000 and such and such. And in Asiatic calendar it might be 15,000 such and such. Those are calendars, man. Those are calendars. So make sure you take the time out and do what you have to do. We're staying focused. California, we staying focused on Queen Afua now. Don't do all you. We staying focused. Staying focused. I hope for that event that y'all got coming up, that y'all contacted the mental health person that I text Monique with, because I know Monique be forgetting. Her brain waves be going all over the place. And she's gonna say, no, you didn't. I say, yeah, she be forgetting. I gave her a number to go and check it out. Go get those mental health people, because there cannot be no health without mental health. I don't care what y'all do. I don't care what kind of health modalities y'all are practicing and whatever y'all sharing and whatever y'all producing. There cannot be no health without mental health. Because if your mind ain't right, you're not going to be able to take care of your behind. You know what I'm saying? You know, so I'll drink to that. I will drink to that. So how's everybody feeling out there? I hope the family is doing good. I hope your family is doing good. My family is doing great, you know, in their own way. And I'm trying to make sure they stay great in their own way. If they're willing to listen. If they're not willing to listen, hey, I keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing about me. I don't let anybody hold me back. You know, nobody gonna break my stride. That's what I tell people. You know, nobody gonna break my stride. All right, you know, that's why we are doing the expo. Look at, yeah, man, you gotta look for all kinds of therapists. Those that are hood therapists, whatever therapists y'all can bring to that expo at the Restoration Plaza. Have fun on the 8th and the 9th of February. So our brother Rich is doing a major event. This place is almost sold out already. Yo, brother Rich's event is almost sold out already in the new Black Wall Street. So it is what it is. It's going to be a major event. So we're going to have a good time out here. I'm one of the MCs, and I'm going to have fun with the DJ. We're going to do what we got to do and make it happen. All right. So I want to remind everybody, those who want to book a session with me, you got to text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. I have 15 slots left in the month of January. 15 slots left in the month of January. Make sure you sign up before this month. I'm gonna start filling up February already. So after the interview with Billy Carson and Elizabeth Carson, it's been very helpful. And the things that I'm about to do and my workshop, my master class is coming up on January the 11th. And I've been studying some stuff and I've been getting some downloads from all kinds of places. So guided interpretation is the theme. Guided interpretations is the theme. All right. So it's about how you use the guidance, both physically and also spiritually and mentally, because I am more focused on the mental health and the things that we attract to us. And we got to be very mindful of what we attract, who we attract, and where we attract, and what places that we're living that may be attracting certain things that might be. I'm living in a 3 household. So usually the 3 household is about expansion and growth and manifesting different business and creativity, so to speak. And sometimes when I had to offset it, this is what I did. If I wanted to offset it to match my frequency for the year, then I will add what I need to add. So if this is a number 3 household, let's say this is the number 3 on whatever trail or whatever street I live on. If I wanted to add up to my personal frequency, which is the number 1, then I would add the number 7 to it. That part. Add the number 7 to it, it becomes a number 10. Now this particular house becomes a number 1 frequency by just adding another number. Even if it's on the mailbox behind, of course you don't add it on the mailbox where the mailman will see it and get thrown off. You put it behind the mailbox where you know how to, that you only acknowledge what it is, and that energy will change. All right, so I see Queen Afua is in the back. Let me see if I can get her on. I think Queen, you just have to join, press or request to join, but I'm gonna see if I could just hit you up and bring you on. If you could request that, if you could look at that camera button and press that button, I'm gonna see. But okay, I'm gonna invite this. Let's see if we can get Queen Afua up in this piece. Let's see if we can get Queen Afua up in this piece. Let's see if we can get Queen Afua up in this piece. I'm waiting for her. I think she's coming up right now. Let's see. We got Queen Afua is coming up. I think she's coming up right now. I accepted it. There it is. Come on now. I accepted it. I don't know what's going on. All right. I see her in the background, but it's not coming up. I accepted her. There it goes. Boom. I even sent her a request. I sent her a quick request, so let's see what we're going to do here. So I know Let's see what we can do. I accepted her. Here we go. I accepted her. I don't know, something going on my phone here. So yeah, you see, this is what we're talking about. This technology. I love technology, especially being Aquarius. Queen, can you hear me? Let me see. Sometimes, hold on, let me cancel that. I'm gonna invite. I just invited you on. So if you could press that button that says I've invited you on, that probably could work better than the request here. Okay, I'm trying to accept her. And it's not like she's not here. Ooh. Hello? We're trying to get Queen Afua in. I've accepted. Boom. Let me see what happens. Okay. Boom. Now, I'm not gonna move. Let's do it again. Oh, there you go, Queen. Can you hear me? You're on mute. I can't hear you. You're on mute. Your voice is on mute. I can see you, but I can't hear you. Yeah, turn up the volume if you can. Turn up the volume. Let's see what's happening. I don't know what's going on. I see you, Queen. I see you. Unless we're gonna do sign language. We're gonna do sign language. I don't know. Okay. Can you hear me? Say yeah. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yes or no? Can't hear me either. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hold on one second. Let's see what's happening here. Queen, can you hear me? Uh-oh. I can't hear you, Queen. I cannot hear you. All right, we might have to come off and come back on again. But you're on. I can see you. And you can see me, but we can't. Isn't that something? Always with me a Queen. Oh Lord, have mercy. I love her. Hold on one second. You know what? I'm going to take you off, and then I'm trying to bring you back on. Hold on one second. Let's see what happens here. Let's try it again. Let's remove her. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. My goodness, Jesus Christ. You know, we hear you. I know, but I can't hear Queen at all. I can't hear Queen at all. I couldn't hear her. Okay, so I'm gonna invite her again. I just invited her. So Queen was just there. Queen was just there. And this is what's happening. Queen was
I'm connected. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, Queen of How you been? How you doing, Queen? You're mute again. Your voice gone again. Your voice is gone again. Oh my gosh, what happened? We just had you on. What happened to the voice? Your voice is gone.
Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah, there you are. There you are. I can hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
You.
Okay,
I've
good.
been hearing you. You just haven't hearing me. And then you didn't see me. Then you started doing your magi word. I felt you. I said, he's doing the magic. I got to get in. I've got to get in. Thank you.
I got to surprise you with something. Look what I got. WWRL t-shirt.
Wow. Whoa. That's historical.
That's
Look at that.
I know I will pull you back because that's where you basically started your radio world.
Yes. It really started there.
Yes.
In between Emma Gary Bird
and Bob
Lloyd Strayhorn, and on the other side, Bob Law, yes. And there's you, and the Juanita Baz, I was in, and an Ann Tripp.
Yep, Ann Tripp. Yep.
My journey has been totally. It was like it was my home.
Exactly.
Wow, that's so good. Yeah.
RL 1600 radio.
Gosh.
I just found that t-shirt just a couple of days ago. I was like, oh, I got to bring this on.
In the archives in Atlanta. Yes. How you like Atlanta? Is it treating you good?
They are treating me well. You know, I'm in the mountains. I'm in Stone Mountain, so I stay away from Atlanta. I only go down off of the mountain when I need to come off the mountain.
You're the right place.
Well, first and foremost,
that's a perfect place to be right now.
Well, first and foremost, I want to thank you for all you do, but I want to show everybody what you got coming up over there at Nicholas, Brooklyn. Oh yeah.
Oh, yes.
Big at Nicholas Brooklyn family. On January the 11th from 12 to 4 p.m. Food as Medicine 7 Series 2025 book launch from 12 to 4 p.m. at Nicholas Brooklyn. People, you gotta be in the building for this. Now, everybody know who you are, Queen. So I know I don't have to go into the whole accolades, but and I got this book right here with me because I've given away all my other books. I still got this book.
Thank you for your years of support, King Simon.
Yes, ma'am.
You're such a fixture in our community, and you are, Harlem. You made us in your, because you had all of the visionaries, the influencers, the healers. You gathered us all the time, and you took no sides. No sides.
I ain't taking no sides. I
I
love y'all all.
Talk to the people, and that's my work. Okay, y'all figured out, y'all working through. So thank you for all the years. We knew we could rely on you. You are steady, and I'm so grateful to you. Thank you for having me today.
Well, Queen, I've known you since the 80s, and thank you very much for being so consistent in helping me, helping family that accepted you, and certain people that read the books, and people that I've given away books to. Even I brought one of my daughters to you one time, and you gave her the book and signed it. Still on that journey. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So how come you still look 35? What's happening? You doing something right? Okay.
I'm taking care of my health because of what you and Dr. Africa and Dr. Sabi and Paul Goss and Johnny Moore passed on to us.
Yes.
What it is, and I love it. And what Jules Fulcrum and everybody passed on to us and kept it going. So yes, at 57, about to turn 58 on February 1st, it is what it is. We'll have a good time.
Wonderful.
So tell us about this new 7 series book that's coming out, Queen. Please tell us.
Well, it is a great feat.
Yes.
To actually do that. It's coming out of one book that was written 10 years ago. And that book was The City of Wellness, The 7 Kitchens of Consciousness. But that's another book. That's Circles of Wellness.
That's right.
That book, The 7 Kitchens of Consciousness. So what I found is that it would make it easier for one to actually go into one book at a time, focus in and expand and grow. But how I see food, I have some recipes in there, I have knowledge in there, I have some dietary journaling you can do. I have the basic chakra system, which is actually the African system. A spirituality, it came out of us, it's called the Arit. But this is a statement that I open up all the books, all 7. I'll call out the titles.
Please.
Everything we take becomes food. What we eat from nature's garden, to who we take into our hearts, to what we take into our vision, to the aromas we inhale, to the journaling we scribe, to the affirmations we make, to the herbs we drink, to the recipes we prepare, to the people we touch and who touch us. It's all food. Food for love, food for thought, and food is medicine. Food for the soul is here in this city, Wellness City. So the 7 kitchens is to really expand our awareness about food, because food is medicine. And one of the things that I teach is, if you can master your kitchen, you can master your health.
Yes.
That's the kitchen lab, right? But it's really the garden. You take in the garden food, non-GMO, whole organic, and you bring it into your room, which is the kitchen lab. Yeah. And on the kitchen lab, there's so many ways to heal yourself, from the soups to the dressings, to the salads, to the vegetable proteins, to your herbal blends. These are all ways in which you can heal your family. So it's real practical. So no matter what is going on in your household, take a look at it and then make the soup. They have constipation, put the okra in. They have arthritic pain, cut up a half a turnip and put that with the green juice. Right. They have high blood pressure, put the garlic into the dressing. So you can bring the pressure down, you can boost the bloodstream up, you can calm the spirit, make a tea at night, make some apple or pear juice, put a little cinnamon in there that will calm the system. So everything you take is medicine. That's how I look at the kitchen lab. But the kitchen lab is an introduction into the hydrotherapy room, where you wash away the stress.
Right. Uh-oh. Queen, you're silent again. I can't hear you. You went blank again. Somebody might try to call you, probably. I can't hear you. Oh my goodness, we have Queen Afua here, and I can't hear you. I can't hear you. My goodness, what's happening? What's happening? Can y'all hear me? People, can y'all hear me? If you can hear me.
Can you hear
Okay,
me?
I can hear you now too. I can hear you. Oh,
right, it's delicate. So I'm gonna go right in it.
Yeah.
So these 7 kitchens, I'm gonna give you the name of the kitchens. This, I'm putting together what's called this. I'm gonna give this as a gift. Just take a look.
Oh,
this is
wow,
a gift. I'm gonna put this on my website by Saturday on the 11th. Right. Everybody can pull it up and keep it. That's your gift.
Yes.
What happened after the presidency, the election, people sort of called me like it was a pandemic. The same way they said, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? It was a pandemic. So I responded from the 60s. And I started to say, well, do these 4 things for self-preservation. You know, we have to bond together. We have to work together. We have to network. We have to buy from each other. We have to serve. I just started giving that talk. But then what ended up happening, I started writing down, you're in this. King Simon, you're in this. And I started acknowledging the voices that represented us, our media that represented us, because there's no one really know me if I did not go through WLIB, WRL. They wouldn't even know me. But then I also wrote the books, right? But all that just helped. So what I did was this is called Planet Healers, because we're the primary healers. We're the first ones. We started the whole medicine. Yeah. You're in that book. This is Sacred Indigenous Peoples Declaration of Holistic Wellness. Yeah. 2025 era of self-holistic governance. We have to fully take on out here because nobody's coming to save us but us. So our networking has got to come to a high level. Right. So what I've done is I just started the process. It's called Getting Out the Trap. The book 2000 Seasons. That book is the last page of that book says there have been traps set for our bodies, traps set for our minds, traps set for our spirits, our hearts. But none of these traps can hold these people. Basically, this is really saying the people of balance, the people of Ma'at. We cannot be locked into a trap, right? So there's old age traps. Like you have defied, you're not in that trap. You're not in the old age trap, right? There's a food desert trap. But we start making our foods at home, we're no longer in that trap. Right. There's a health trap, where they call it health. Black people have the worst health disparity. No, you don't. Garlic, lemons, limes, baths, juices, sunlight, vegan, natural living. You come right on out of that trap. But 90% of Black women have fibroid tumors. In 2000, when the book came out, 45% of Black women have fibroid tumors. Now it's gotten to the point that 90% of us has fibroids, and you know that is the pipeline to hysterectomy. That is annihilation of the people. And then science is starting to say now, well, you know, actually 50% of those hysterectomies were unnecessary. Oh, now after I've had my womb removed, now you say that may not have been necessary. So, but if we don't know how to heal our wombs, and we don't know the food, the juices, the herbs, then we're going to be subjected to the fibroids, to the pain, all of that. So now this is a very radical step that I'm taking with these books. Because what I have here is I have the Soul Food Vegan Kitchen. I have the Manifestation Lunch Kitchen recommendations. Wow. I have the third one is the Sun Food Live Kitchen. All praise out to Iris, 40 years in, all right? Yes. And I acknowledge him in that. We have the Emerald Green Regeneration Kitchen. Maybe you'll have just 2 or 3 days of just greens. Right. Green juice, green foods, avocados, limes, greens to really build up the blood, to boost up the immune system. Then I have the fastest detox kitchen. You may just fast, intermittent fasting, like when the sun goes down, from 6 o'clock when the sun goes down to 6 o'clock when the sun comes back up. If you fast on liquids, you will wake up with the superpowers. You will connect to your higher power. In 3 or 4 days, you will start to hear. That's how I call impeccable listening, the voice of creation. Everything you need is inside. We are so profound, but we just have to clean up to tap in. So that's the fastest detox kitchen. And then you have the Healers Unity Kitchen. And I believe your picture is in that kitchen. We was at Smile Child, We Heal Thyself, Know Thyself with Dr. Africa, and we were blessing him. Yeah. And his recipe is in here. And then we have the final, the Liberation Soup Kitchen. So these are 7 kitchens of consciousness. And when we could just delve in and out of them, or we can go through a whole season And every 7 days, another kitchen add on. And just go and do your shopping. Like I just told my daughter and her friend, there's a homegirl, they're in Atlanta. And I said, why don't you do it? They did a IG yesterday. It was outrageous. It was magnificent. I said, why don't you do a 3-day detox? They said, oh yeah. And then we'll get everybody involved in it. That's really my point. Can we all just get looped in? Can we all get quilted in our wellness? And then we will be able to rise above, because all sickness is frequency.
Yes.
The reason why they control us is because of frequency. And we believe in the outside more than the inside. So when we start to elevate our frequency through food as medicine, then we come out of all the traps that have been set to keep us slaves, to keep us in prison mentally, emotionally. And it's a real thing, because even the prison system, it's all of us are there. Millions of Black women and Black men, they live there. And once they get into that system, they're locked, they're trapped. Even when they get out, there's some of them go in and out just like it's just normal. And the prison becomes their home. But sometimes our homes are prison. Yeah. So we got to get out the trap of domestic violence. Why is there domestic violence? Because we're sick. When you clean up, the man and the woman in the house, the children clean up, there's no more fighting. We could talk to each other. We can reason. We can work things out. And if he's irate, make a chamomile, a hops, and a valerian tea, and put some apples and some berries in that, and he'll drink that, and he gets as calm as he keep coming. And you drink because you're attracting yourself to yourself. So we have a lot of healing to do, but you know what? We can do it.
That's right. That's right.
Sure, we can do it. And if we say, okay, new year, we know about what's new, but we're going to use the 2025. So, we have about a week worth of New Year's resolution. That's it. After about a week, that little resolution you did just falls by the wayside. You forget it. Then you try to have a spring cleaning resolution, and that lasts another week, and then you forget your way, and then you lost again. So I'm saying that healing has got to be a way of life. You heal throughout all the seasons. You don't heal just when you're sick. You heal to stay well. Supernova says, well, one of the things he says, not purified, now I'm hearing his music, but he says that in order to heal, you have to be about the healing. You have to be about it. And being about it is really staying in comfort. Like looking at you, I feel so charged up. I'm good. I promised myself, I was a martial artist in my early years.
Right.
We do our us together. The father was a martial artist, and all his children were martial artists. So we were a family. I said, you know what? For my 70s, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start my martial arts again.
That's right.
I said, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna run the marathon next year. You gotta have a plan. What did Farrakhan say? The creator has a master plan. Remember back in the 60s? We are the plan.
Yes.
We are our own plan for freedom. So this is a freedom call. On the 11th, I'm going to drop this in queenafua.com, and I'm going to make sure everybody has it. What I have here is I have the 7 principles of Ma'at that the ancestors have given to us. And that's the truth and justice and reciprocity and harmony. I have the 7 principles of Guru Saba from Dr. Karinga. So that's a way of life. It's not just Kwanzaa.
Right.
It's life. We need unity all the time. We need self-determination, Kujakalia. We need collective economics, Ujama. So these are qualities that we need to take on. And I put in the center of this, we need to observe seasonal cleansing.
Yes.
Every season, we got to take ourselves through a 3-day, 7 or 21-day detox, take our family through.
Yeah.
And what I'm doing, I'm pulling this whole thing together because we have to now have, the quote and the concept is to create a healer in every family. You got to be at least one. If I just call, they're the one. So don't be upset because you're the one. You're the blessed one to be awake first. And then you have...
Queen, say something real quick. That's so funny that you say that, because when I was 14, I accepted the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad through the 5%. So how to eat to live came to my soul back in that day. And that's when I became like one of the first to really do all this, and people were shunning me and my family. And I was like, one time my aunt tried to offer me pork, and I said, I don't eat pork no more. What are you doing? And I got angry. But it proved to me that I needed to step away and not get angry and learn how to control it. But when you first get You're trying to make sure you're trying to guide your family. You know, all your family members don't always go for it.
No.
And sometimes you have to just keep on. But I want to thank, of course, you and the messenger, of course, for even in his book, he said y'all supposed to become vegetarian. Even in both of his books, he said we're supposed to become vegetarians. In the book, I'm reading it all. So,
well,
Queen,
that was one of my first books that I read.
Yeah.
The next one was Dig Great with Mother Nature.
I was about to pull that out. I got to think. I got it somewhere up here.
Yeah. So, you know, the books is important because that's the scribe.
Yes.
If you get the right book, you get the right knowledge, you get the right information, you can pull yourself out of it because it was a 3-day retreat. You remember Aquarius up in Harlem on 160 to 7th Avenue? That's where I started.
Of course.
Right?
Of
and
course.
you know, you said it. You said John Harris, Dr. Johnny Moore, what's the other brother's name?
Paul Goss,
And Harlem in Brooklyn, that was our Mecca. That was the place that we all came together to study. Lloyd Strayhorn was there. He was teaching at the time, and I didn't even realize it. I was a teenager, but I remember that there was a retreat that we all went on, and I went by myself. I didn't have any, I didn't know friends, no friends. One girlfriend told me about it, but she didn't go. But that retreat totally changed my entire life. And from that point, as a teenager, I got rid of my asthma, my allergies, my hay, my PMS, my eczema, everything. And I just kept going. Right. So now it's the amazing part is I feel just as excited right now when I was 16. It has not changed. I'm more excited now than ever. So these 7 books got me so charged up. So what I have here is 7 books and 7 weeks of work. And our sister Majestic, she's been trained and certified to take everyone through a detox of 7 sessions with the 7 books. So once you get that, it's just a small fee of $3.95. I just want to give everybody on it. Then you can start activating your kitchen healing lab. Now, those who really want to now become teachers of my work, the 21-day detox, if you want to know how to do consultations and cover 103 diseases from soup to nuts, if you want to know how to do energy readings and pick up people's frequency and give them recommendation, if you want to help people come out of the pain body, you can come and take that training. It's called the Green Life Detox Coaching Training. You take that training, it's in February, Black History Month. The first month is 28 hours of intensity. Like I'm intense now, 28 hours of all that. And I'll take you through your Heal Thyself book, bring that book to class, and Circles of Wellness and Plan and Heal, which you are in Plan and Heal. And those are your 3 textbooks that will get you through your basic training. Of course, I have Africa's books. I have a whole holistic book list that you're going to be able to engage because you have to have more and more knowledge. After that month of training, then you go through an internship in February, where you take what I've taught you and you teach your family, your friends, so you can practice. And then April, you launch. But the top of spring, 20 are registered already. So if there's 100 registered, there's 100 going out to our community and lifting them up holistically and naturally. And that's how I see we can resolve a lot of these issues. You see this melanin we have? This is superhuman power. If we can't afford to take drugs, alcohol, fast food, toxic foods, sexual toxic encounters, because it lowers our frequency and makes us slaves, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. Thank you very much.
Richard King's book. Richard King,
get that. Oh, wow, I love that. That'd be on my list. Please send that to Jaliyah so I can put that on my book list. Because that's why I have this declaration, because it's about networking. It's not enough to take a glass of juice and get a massage and do a sweat. If you don't connect with your people, you're going to be sick. And if you don't connect with people with knowledge and people with healing gifts, you're going to stay sick. It's called community. It's called connecting to each other, because in us, we have everything. They said that Black folks have more, we're more expending. We spend out. Money does not circulate in our community. That's not well. That when I go to Chinatown, they have 10 banks in one community.
Right.
And they control those banks. This is what I'm gonna say what Dick Gregory said about that. And this is from here. This is from here. I'm saying, I have quotes. We will never survive until we are a community. Community rather than neighborhoods controls the banks, the shops, the schools, the police, and the circulation of money. Dick Gregory.
Right.
Isn't that something else. So that means what we have is neighborhoods.
Yep.
Or hood. We don't have a community.
Yep.
But when we tried to have a community, they burnt down 9 of our cities.
Yeah.
Oklahoma was one of the main ones they burnt down. And then they drowned us in Atlanta, a black city is underneath the water.
Yeah,
right?
Lake Lanier, yeah.
So this time, if we all take our homes as wellness centers and we start healing, see, all you have to do, your family may not be ready, but it's okay. But if you go ahead and do it to the fullest, you're going to be so healthy and so vibrant and so racial, you're going to shock them into wellness. They're going to say, what, can I have a little bit of that juice? Can I get some of that soup? Don't even try to make them do anything. You just be it. Be about the wellness so much till they cannot help it. So they're going to say, my back is hurt. You got anything for that? My knees, you got anything for that? We'll start coming to you anyway. Right. You will win them over because people get sick and tired of being sick and tired after a while. They're going to come for some healing. And if you're the one, then be the one. So when you do that, then from internal healing, it then spreads into the community, and then we start trusting each other. And then our money begins to grow. Our money begins to build. And then we start investing into each other. We can't rely on these banks to invest in us. They're not trying to invest in us, right? But we have to bank on each other. We have to bank with each other. And we have to invest. If you see someone trying to do something, they're doing something great, you have the finance, maybe they have the vision. You have the finance. Can you come together? Right?
Yes.
Because that's the spirit of wellness.
And Queen, I want to thank you for even the charge of making this happen again, man. I know Baba Heru and you was doing it back in the day, and for having your son and Hallelujah come together and make this happen. My name is in the book, so I'm an honorary member of the Hill.
You're a healing juggernaut.
But this book is a powerful book because a lot of us as men, we don't want to seek help or seek guide. Women will go to the doctor or go to holistic practitioners as fast as the men go to, and that's a shame. But now I think you're off balancing this now. All of the due to this program right here, I'm so proud of what Supernova is doing and what Hallelujah is doing. And thank you, Queen Esther just hit me up the other day, so I got to make sure I get her on. Your partner in vibes. I love that. And but thank y'all very much for doing so much for us as young men we can be stubborn. We can be stubborn. Yes, we are stubborn as men. And sometimes we need that feminine counterpart to say, come on, man, don't be stubborn. Be ready.
But we can't force the men. What you do with the women have to be the example first. Right. And then the women really control the food. We do the shopping, we make the food. So you can actually feed every meal he has, he's getting his health back. You don't have to have a discussion. You just make the food and make it taste good, put the right herbs and seasonings and spices in it, put that on the table and have prayer, and then you'll eat together. Yeah. As he's eating, he's healing.
Exactly.
You don't have to badger him. You don't have to force him. You don't have to make him do anything. Just put the food on the table and here we go. And then you're in the juicing, you make him fresh. Don't give him bitters the first 2 weeks. Give him some fresh fruit juices. Yeah. Freshly pressed fruit juice will get his prostate right, his bloodstream right, his arteries good. Because our men are, you know what? By the time a man gets 40, he's going down. His health is going down. By the time he reaches 60, he's down and out. Our men are passing out. When women in the family are 60 and 70, their men are not there because our men have already passed on into the ancestral realm, and it's unnecessary. The aging that we're doing is unnecessary. Wisdom. As you get older, your wisdom will grow. Right. But you have to live long enough to have the wisdom fully activated. So our men, I would go sometimes when I go away for a long time from Brooklyn, I come back. All of a sudden, it's so loud. I see the men walking down the street. They're it's called dead legs. They're kind of dragging their legs down Fulton Street, dragging their legs down Bedford Avenue because the blood is no longer flowing from all the pizza and the junk and the burgers and the meat and all of that's in the clogged arteries and the legs. And what about the heart attacks and the strokes that are taken off? My daughter had a friend. He came over. He was just going to start his healing. And before I went back I was in Brooklyn, then I went to Atlanta. And before I left, I was trying to keep it light, not making it so heavy. I said, well, brother, you get in your 40s, if you don't take care of yourself, here comes the diabetes, the stroke, a heart attack, all of that. I gave him a list. And he took his little drink, but he didn't really take us that serious. The next thing you know, my daughter's called me in an emergency. She said, Mom, my friend, he's laying on the floor. What am I supposed to do? I said, would you give him a little breath of life? Just give him nutrition. Yeah, but he's not moving. He's just kind of looking at me, shaking. I said, you got to call 911. Got to the hospital. When I came back to New York, I slipped in some wheatgrass in his system. And then the doctor started saying, they saw me doing it. They saw my daughter doing it. They said, well, keep on doing whatever you're doing because he's starting to come back. So men can come back, but don't wait until it gets you to that point. The strokes is taking them out like nothing. The prostate cancer. Don't be ashamed that you have prostate cancer. You can rejuvenate your prostate. It's the arteries are clogged up. The blood is toxic. So if your mate is healing, heal with her.
Right? That's right. That's right.
And maybe you will be the one to have your mate change her lifestyle so the whole household is healthy. Let's work together. It's about 2025. Let's all get in here and work together for wellness and make it a part of our life. Like it's normal to be well. They have taken the seeds out of all our food. That's a disgrace. Watermelon without seeds. I have to go all the way till after to have watermelon with seeds. Now that's ridiculous.
Queen, somebody just asked a question. How do I cure type 1 diabetes, insulin dependent?
Well, one thing you could do is string bean juice. String bean juice is a natural insulin. So take the string bean juice, a half a cup of that, because if you have diabetes, you probably have also constipation. If you have one issue, you have about 4 or 5 that are connected to it. So that means if you have constipation, then you have to clean out the colon because usually you have a distended abdomen. You have to eat okra or make okra soup with other vegetables.
Right.
So, and then also get into plant-based living. Come off of the white flour products. It agitates the pancreas. Come off of the fried foods. Steam and bake your food if you're going to cook it. Start to have a fresh juice every day, a vegetable juice for building and cleansing. And you can't really have fruit juices, really, not now. And have avocados. And by working, and you know what I'm offering? I'm going to tell you. Those who are thinking about, okay, I need to do something. I need a consultation, or I'm going to tell it now, or I need to come into the coaching training and become a Green Light Detox coach, or want to get the books. Call me at this number and I will set up a 10-minute free tune-up to plug you into the right direction that's going to help to transform your life. The number is 888-344-4325. 888-344-4325. Because I know I'm talking a lot, and I'm so thrilled about this, that we can possibly heal. And I haven't seen you for a minute, so it's just the thrill is on. And thank you for your work in numbers and numerology and all that you're doing to keep us in alignment. But so what I was saying, that because we have so many different issues, and I have the answers to many of those issues between Sacred Women's work and the 12 gateways, from womb healing to words as medicine, food as medicine, movement as medicine, to inner child work as medicine, intuition as medicine, healing a relationship, mother, daughter, father, son, father. Those relationships are in crisis, right? They're in crisis, and we have to heal those past relationships because that is hurting us. And what happens if you don't heal the past? It will show up in your children, and it will go. It will continue to be the pathology from generation to generation. We've been stolen. Right there, have mercy for us. We've been stolen, and everything was stripped from us. But now it's just time to build. We got through that portion. We can now take care of ourselves and self-sustainability, and work with each other, and we can overcome everything. So whatever the levels that you're going through, I'll do a 10-minute tune-up. I'll pick up on your frequency. I'll do radiance. I pick up on your frequency. I say, okay, this is out, this is out, this is out, this is out. Do boom, boom, boom. And then, okay, what is your next step? Your next step is not just to sit with me for 10 minutes to get your whole life together. I would say, okay, you need to make a living. You love this work. You know people. You have a circle. You're part of an organization. Take that to your community and then give workshops, classes, and seminars based on my 54 years of work. Okay, you say, well, I don't know how to prepare the food. I don't even know where to begin. Become a part of the 7 books, 7 workshops. You can register for that online, queenafua.com. I have been working for 54 years. I feel, I'm going to tell you what happened to me. This is very personal. I'm going to share with you. I had a dream. Now, I don't look at dreams as y'all look at as visions. I get visions. We all get visions, but I when I wake up, I get the message and I write it down and I follow the vision. Right. Well, I was in a room. It was a quiet room, and there were two chairs, and Samaj was sitting in the chair. The Uncle Samaj said Patah, and I was sitting in another chair, and then I looked at him and I said, "I figured it out. I figured it out." Because he was there with me in the book Sacred Woman, right? And I'm up every morning at 4 o'clock for 7 years working with that book. And I mean, that's the way I can hear the message. And so after I said I figured it out, he just looked at me and I just started to weep. I started to cry. And I woke up out of that sleep. I said, "What was the best dream I ever had in my life?" Why was it the best dream? Because I figured it out. There's a plan. You figured it out too.
The master plan.
Right. The master plan. Dr. Sebi figured it out.
Yeah.
Dr. Africa figured it out. Dr. John Moore figured it out. Right. Queen Mother Moore figured it out. Malcolm X figured it out. Marcus Garvey figured it out. Sojourner Truth figured it out. We all figured out something, but if we could take what we figured out and pull that together, you think they could control us and dominate us and stop us from working? If we all became entrepreneurs, when they come out of prison, they don't have to apply for a job. We have jobs for our people. Because see, if they come out, they can't get a job, what they're going to do, go back to drugging and hurting each other and hurting ourselves, and they're going to put them back in for free labor. Modern day slavery. Right. So we got to get out all the traps, not one of the traps. We got to get out the sexual addiction trap. We're addicted sexually because we're so toxic and we're acidic. You come out of that and you don't get controlled because someone is attractive. You don't get controlled because of the feeling, because there's higher things happening in your life. It's not about just that sexual encounter. And so you make the wrong decisions. And 80% of people in the United States have some form of STD. Now that's a pandemic nobody even knows. I started researching. I said, wait a minute. That's right. And a few years ago, a 21-year-old called me up, and so she picked up the phone. She started weeping. She started to cry, and I knew what it was. She said, "I have herpes," and then she said, "My mate has herpes," and she said, "Will I ever be able to have children?" I said, "Well, it's an infection. You can get rid of an infection. You got to clean up the blood." You know, so then she said, and then my friends have herpes, right? I said, wait a minute. I started checking herpes. I said, oh, and that's the one STD that it says no cure for. Everything else you could get some, drugs, get rid of it until you got to change your attitude about life in order to get rid of any sickness, right? But in terms of that, there's in nature provides. There's echinacea, there's red clover, there's burdock, there's dandelion. But you got to get off the meat. You got to get off the meat. You got to get off the dairy. You got to get off the microwave. And you got to get off the GMO. You got to get off the fast food, the sugar. You got to get what? They said, what's left? Well, what's left? I put in my book, Soul Food.
Queen, Dr. Africa in his book talk about, you could get herpes from certain clothes that you wear and certain stress levels that you have. That part.
That part, because where did it start? Right. So absolutely, Dr. Africa was always deep. That's why we have to continue. We have to pour libation as an ancestor and continue to study his work.
Yes.
Because he gave us such a labor of work. And so it's in the writings, it's in the scribing. That's what our ancestors did. The scribing was on the temple walls. The scribing was on the papyrus. And so we continue that legacy of scribing, and in the right words, the right information, you can save a nation.
Right.
So this is the time for real nation building. Thank you, Dr. Africa. You still are here with us, and you still continue to. He used to have jokes on us. He used to laugh at us because we were slow. As far as he's concerned, we're just slow on this healing. What is our problem? But thank you, Dr. Africa. We love you. You are still with us, and we're going to continue your work. Yeah. We're going to continue. And there's no more divide and conquer. It's not one healer over the other healer. One got all the information. We have collectively everything.
Yeah.
What I don't have, another healer has. And that's why I put together the book, Plan to Heal. And what they said, well, how come there's no other people but Black folks? Well, we're the first people. So why would we go to anybody else outside of ourselves for that information when we're the original holistic healers? Right. And when I started to work with Sacred Women's book, that's what I found. Reiki, that's African natural lifestyle. Right. Massage therapy, reflexology, aromatherapy, hydrotherapy, healing baths, yoga, meditation. All of that is African natural lifestyle, now Valley teachings. That's right. So if we take on natural healing, we take our healing back. But right now, the others, it's $1 trillion business. Our way is $1 trillion business. And they're packaging our way and giving it back to us and charging us thousands of dollars for it. But if we take on our way, then we can find our way home to wellness. So make 2025 your new declaration, that you are declaring that you're going to be well and whole, body, mind, spirit, and economics and relationships, and you're going to help your family to do likewise. So these are the 7 books. Some of you, if you come out on Saturday, if you're Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens, Staten Island, Long Island, New Jersey, it's number 2.5 hours. You come over. Not New Jersey, Philadelphia, come on over. Yeah. And let's work together. Now from 12 to 4, I'll be over by Nicholas with Monique. I'm doing community service. I'll be doing book signings. So come early enough to get your book signed. And then from there, I'm going to be going over to Araje. He has an oasis, a beautiful place. So that's going to be from 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock. So I'll be doing a book signing. You can check my website and see how you can register at both of those locations. And let's just be about our healing. When you come out of that workshop, that session, you're going to know which way is up and where to go and how to do it. Whatever your issues are, bring them. And I will give you answers. I will tell you who to go to. I will help you with the networking so that when you come out, you have a plan. You have a plan for success. And we can do it if we come on out and do it together. So that's what's happening.
Queen, I'm so appreciative. Thank you so very much for coming on for this moment. I can't wait to come back to New York around spring and come and see you.
Oh, we're going to do something together. We're going to do something together.
Okay. We're going to put an event together. I'm celebrating 30 years this year, so I'm definitely going to call you and contact you, see if you want to, in promotion and production after all these years, 30 years.
That's amazing. That's
professionally.
That's extraordinary. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. I'm just looking at you. I said, wait a minute, this is not somebody in their 50s. And you know what? There's something to your heart.
Yeah.
Because I examine when people leave early because it's usually from a broken heart.
Yeah.
They get frustrated. They start eating the foods on the lowest frequency. They're angry, they're mad, they're upset. They start numbing out with food. They start numbing out with other things. But the depression in the heart, our whole nation was based on Ma'at. Balance, truth, and righteousness. So when your heart becomes heavy, your scales are out of balance. Yeah. It's the 42 laws of Ma'at is a real thing. As you recite those affirmations, then that helps to balance out your heart. Right. So you don't carry malice in you. That's what's keeping you young. It's not just you're vegetarian, but because you don't carry malice. Right. You're not angry at anyone. Right. You're self-sufficient. Right. You always find the sunlight in everything. So you're able to take lemons and make them into lemonade. That's how you do. And that is your secret. I'm reading it. And I see.
Thank you.
So keep that heart as light as a feather. Don't let your relationships beat you down and hurt you any further. Because as you heal yourself, then relationships won't hurt any further. Relationships is information. So whatever information comes through, that's something you need to look at to maybe make a change in your life. So don't look at it as the worst thing that happened. Look at it as enlightenment. Now you're clear. You're clear on what you should do or what you shouldn't do. But to get you clear, you got to detox. So join us, get through your detox and say, this is when we come together on the 11th, that's called day 1. Yeah. Okay. We want to detox. Day 1. On the 12th, that's day 2. And you keep on detoxing. And then if you need hands on and hands around, we have programming for you and we have what is needed. I'm giving a shout out to Queen Esther. She's in Ghana, West Africa. Yeah. And I'm coming. They're having a meeting today, actually, because she's going to bring me in with a group of sisters there in the month in March, Women's History Month. So I'm coming back. I'm coming home.
That's right. That's right. Well, Queen, thank you very much for coming on, man. I love you so much. You know how we get there, man. We know each other for years, and man, I appreciate you and your family. And please have a wonderful, wonderful new year, new beyond, and everything
yes. And to our families, one thing, just to our families in California, homes have, I see it's just like a war zone. Homes are burned down to the ground, businesses are burned down to the ground. And so what is forcing people to come together?
We only have a few seconds, so Queen.
Let's connect with our families now. Let's reach out to our families and open our, we can't afford to take drugs, alcohol, fast food, toxic foods, sexual toxic encounters, because it lowers our frequency and makes us slaves.
Get ready. The 42nd International Reggae and World Music Awards Show is coming to the Coral Springs Center for the Arts, Fort Lauderdale on Sunday, March 20, 2025. Celebrate the biggest names in reggae and world music as we bring nations together through music and culture. Early bird tickets are on sale now. Don't miss out. Grab yours today at thecentercs.com or irama.com and book your stay for an unforgettable weekend. Hurry, prices go up after Thanksgiving. Follow us on social media and visit our website www.irawma.com for more details. The 42nd Irama Show, where the world comes to celebrate music.
It's the Numerovational Session with King Simon. Text your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022 and get my books on Amazon now. So remember, our job as studiers of these metaphysical, esoteric knowledge is to help enhance people to be better. I, as a numerator, using the numbers, or quote-unquote numerals, and motivation to get people to understand why they need to activate their numbers to be their very best self and maximize it. Because the numerals hold a frequency. And if you're willing to turn up that frequency, then that frequency can help to guide you and navigate you to a higher height that will allow you to spiral to be your best self. We must remember that.